Hi, my name is Emily Garner, and I'm an assistant professor here in the Civil and Environmental Engineering Department at West Virginia University. And this is our lab space located in the Engineering Sciences building in room G35. So this is where we conduct all of our lab experiments associated with our Introduction to Environmental Engineering course. That's CE 347, and we also use this space for any other classes that have other investigations they want to conduct to look at things like water chemistry or other topics related to the environment. So this lab is outfitted with a wide variety of equipment in order to look at some different water chemistry parameters. We look at water that we collect from our local water source here in Morgantown. Students will collect water samples from around campus to analyze them. So we're equipped to address a wide variety of topics related to environmental engineering. We are equipped with 2 chemical fume hoods in this space to allow students to work with chemicals in a safe manner. We have a wide variety of instrumentation in this lab to look at different things related to water chemistry. So for example, in our lab for CE 347, the students measure biochemical oxygen demand as well as chemical oxygen demand, and they also look at total organic carbon in that lab. So we have a digester to facilitate digestion of those COD samples, and we have a Hawk spectrophotometer where they can look at changes in colorimetry associated with that lab. We also have 2 dissolved oxygen meters to allow them to monitor changes in dissolved oxygen associated with that biochemical oxygen demand test. We also use the Hawk spectrophotometer for some of our labs looking at things like chlorine. They can measure chlorine at different locations around Morgantown and here on campus. So we use this instrument for a variety of different topics. We have a variety of glassware and beakers available in this lab. We also have filtration units for all of our students so that they can do analyses such as a solids determination using a wastewater sample. So we've got a filtration setup. Each of our benchtop areas has a vacuum port that they can use for that analysis. We've got hot plates for them to use in that as well. We also have desiccant and 2 analytical scales to support this analysis, and similarly we have a muffle furnace to support that analysis of volatile organic solids, and we also have an oven that they can use in drying those samples. Students in this lab learn to measure different water chemistry parameters. For example, they conduct titrations to measure alkalinity and hardness. We also have a variety of probes that they can use to measure different parameters such as pH and conductivity. Students in this lab also learn to conduct a jar test. So you can see we're equipped with a jar tester that also has these filtration columns, and so we conduct a lab where students will collect water from the Monongahela River, our local water source here in Morgantown, and test different coagulant concentrations to find the optimum concentration to achieve the best removal of turbidity from that water source. Students can then pass their samples through these filters to see how much further turbidity can be reduced through the process of filtration. Students also learn about the role of different bacteria in surface waters as well as drinking water. So we have an incubator that we can use for different analyses. So for example, this semester, students looked at samples collected from the Deckers Creek watershed here in Morgantown, and they looked at fecal coliform bacteria. They were able to culture those to see what the abundance of those fecal bacteria were to look at fecal pollution in a local watershed. This lab space is equipped with several different analytical chemistry instruments. So we have an ion chromatography system that students can use to look at different anions in their water samples. We also have a gas chromatography system that they can use to look at a variety of different environmental contaminants. Students also use this total organic carbon analytical system to look at organic carbon in water samples, and so they do that along with the biochemical and chemical oxygen demand lab so that they can get an understanding of what the relationship between organic carbon in water and oxygen demand, what that relationship looks like.